Another quick response to you, Gary, about the video you made about I don't know, solving the world's problem in 15 minutes or understanding it all in 15 minutes. I mean, one of the things you said in part 2, and I hadn't watched part 2 to be honest when I did my first response. One of the things you were talking about there is the potential in virtual reality for the alleviation of the human condition. You know, if we are, as you say, if a gorilla is an inappropriate animal to give an intelligence to, just like, as you say, a computer attached to a hammer would probably be a bad idea, then the solution might be to kind of attach the gorilla to a virtual reality machine and let it run rampage in there. I don't know if that's, yeah. I'm not quite sure what you mean there. I mean, whether that's a program for changing the human condition, or whether it's a program for finding a safe space for human desires and human anguish, you know, to work itself out, I don't know. I mean, one thing's for sure, you know, if VR takes off on a commercial scale, I'm sure the first things that will happen is pornography and ultraviolence. You know, there's that great film, actually it's not a great film, Strange Days, Catherine Bigelow film, and basically the theme of that is, it's not exactly VR, but you can put these hats on your head and they replay people's experience, and so you experience someone else's life virtually, and of course the chief use is pornography. You experience someone else's sexual pleasures or perversions, but they are also used for snuff movies, so you can experience someone else's death. And I can certainly imagine, you know, VR, it could be more extensively used that way, and in a sense it already is. I mean, I think a lot of pornography functions like that. You know, it allows you to enter a world of fantasy and pleasure yourself in that world in the comfort of your own armchair, without presumably going out and interacting with a real life member of the opposite sex, or member of the same sex, or animal, or corpse, or whatever floats your boat, really. So in a sense, that kind of lo-fi pornographic VR already exists, and it doesn't seem to be any evidence there that we behave ourselves better and in a more human way in virtual landscapes than we do in this one. The only possible advantage of it, and I don't think this is true of pornography, but it might be true of other VR experiences, the only possible advantage is that nobody else is getting hurt. But I don't think that's really a solution. I think that's a denial strategy. I think a more ambitious and more intractable problem would be to, you know, get the gorilla to use the intelligence, get the computer to do something different with the hammer than smash people's faces in with it. You know, it's more at that level, I think, that you'd need to address it. And yes, of course, rewiring the brain, as Rodolfo Ginas talks about, or VR or something like that, could be rehearsals for a different kind of cognitive revolution, and that may be very helpful indeed. But I think as an escape strategy, it would prolong the problem rather than curing it.